Hi, my name is Josh Forman. Thank you so much for taking a moment to check this out along with my application to Access Care. So recently for fun, I built an auto service check-in and tracking application using AI heavily from inception, from the planning all the way through using deployment using CI/CD. I was using Claude Code for this project, although I have used Copilot and Cursor and some others, but I put specifically lately in for this project, I was using Claude Code. Um, and oh my gosh, I'm just so impressed by all of these products, but specifically we're looking at Claude Code here. And so this is what I learned in doing this project. Once I had like a really refined like plan set of clear features and stack, Claude was able to write really strong code fast. A solid Claude MD file after the forward slash in it lets it track the plan and status really well, and adding a few custom skills got it following my preferred standards. And writing styles. Refactors became painless, and pasting in screenshots for context just worked, which is super impressive that I could just take a little screenshot or a little clip of something that I maybe wanted changed in the UI, and it was able to like immediately see it, reference it. I was super impressed with that part. So planning all the way through coding, implementation, deployment, awesome. We're talking about, what was that, a like React TypeScript Node backend with I use like GitHub Actions for CI/CD, and then Neon database, and like Google stuff, Google Firebase, and Google Cloud for hosting stuff. And I was like super duper impressed. Of course, I handled the secrets, but Claude just nailed it. Not perfect though. The CI/CD did take a few iterations for it to get right. Its YAML file, and it sometimes wanted to install some packages that you didn't need. So very important to be the gatekeeper and overall composer and architect in all of this. Um, I wasn't super wild about the way that it wrote its own commit messages as well. They were okay, but they were a little bit too verbose, along with some of the code. But like, these are maybe like nitpicky. Like once you're clear and concise and precise with it, like I like, wow, you know what I mean. Um, this of course has a large effect on the role of the modern engineer. Um, AI is such a huge, with the pop term, a real productivity multiplier nowadays. But in that, like, some things are no longer as necessary, or like really necessarily like they used to be. Like memorizing syntax, I think, matters a lot less to devs nowadays. Of course, you got to be able to read your own code. I think read the code it's producing, rather. And I think it's important that you should be able to crank it out by hand, write it by hand, but that's no longer like a necessary, I think, feature to the modern developer. I think that role is more about being a composer, director, and like gatekeeper for the work, allowing devs, the humans, to actually like communicate and interact with the other humans in order to like understand business requirements, application requirements, and these things, and that are more the humany aspect. Um, and so the developer role has changed massively within the last few years, and since I started coding. And that's all right. That's great. As someone who loves to code by hand, like that's, I'm very happy to like bob and weave, shift, maneuver with these shifting stands and really embrace, you know, AI is as the incredibly powerful tool that it is. And So this is one of the reasons why I'm really excited about the opportunity here at Access Care, that that you guys are, and gals and everyone, are willing to embrace AI, and really push it and see where it can go and how it can really help create products that are meaningful for the world, I think is like so cool. And just to be working for the potential to work for a company that is trying to make the world a better place and do good things, I think is just such a blessing, and would like really enjoy that I have the opportunity of potentially working to do that. It's a very important thing for me. That my job, my career, is helping the world be better. Um, I really like that your company also has a genuine growth mindset, that we embrace change and learning, and being a lifelong student. I think is such a good attitude to have, and important, of course, for growth. Um, I also really like that, this seems to be a team oriented um, endeavor where we can learn from each other and grow. And so, just the opportunity to work in such a community, I think it is really exciting to me. And we'll see what happens. But thank you so much for listening to me talk very quickly about the application and AI. And if you have any other questions, concerns, comments, or anything, or want to talk further on this, please feel free to reach out. Thanks a lot. Again, my name's Josh Foran. Have a great day.